It's time for In the Zone, sponsored by Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning, ISU, Menards, Subway, Terre Haute Savings Bank, and Wabash Valley Sports. Now with the best gridiron show in the Wabash Valley, Rick Semler and Megan McEwen.
Good evening and welcome to a special In the Zone. We're live on location at Linton High School, where one of the biggest games to ever take place in the Wabash Valley took place here tonight, as 4th-ranked North Vermilion was at 3rd-ranked Linton in a 1A semi-state showdown. Now, the Wabash Valley has never sent an Indiana high school football team to the state finals 2 years in a row. That would change tonight. Would it be North Vermilion going to state 2 years in a row, or would Linton finally get over the hump and make their very first state finals appearance? Before we get to the highlights, both the coaches were nice enough to let the Sports 10 cameras in the locker room. Here's what they told their teams before the big game.
Play your best. Play with intensity. Play with passion. But by God, play Minor football tonight. If you do that, we will win this game.
It comes down to loving each other enough to play every play as hard as you possibly can. Be lion-hearted. Be lion-hearted. It's here.
Both coaches with some inspiring words as they took to an electrifying atmosphere at Linton. North Vermilion with the first miscue of the game. Vaughn Depew fumbles the punt. Keaton Cox lands on it for Linton at the North Vermilion 23-yard line. Very next play, Linton QB Tyler Muir to Jacob Clothier. Touchdown Miners. They go up 7 early. Depew makes up for that earlier fumble with a sweet leaping catch and run for a 36-yard score. We are tied at 7. Linton in the red zone. Miners with a rare turnover. They cough it up at the North Vermilion 3, and Bryson Carson recovers it. Later in the first quarter, Linton gets the ball back, and QB Tyler Muir has a highlight reel 37-yard TD run that comes right into your living room here. He made almost the Falcons' entire defense miss on the play. What a run. North Vermilion just couldn't bring Muir down. Second quarter, he does it again. The Linton QB this time from 23 yards out gives Linton a 21-7 lead. North Vermilion down 2 scores. They go for a fake punt at their own 34. Linton doesn't fall for it. They take advantage of the good field position too. It's Linton QB Tyler Muir again. He had 4 scores in the first half alone. This score gives Linton a 28-7 advantage. Miners have scored 21 unanswered points. No panic though from the Falcons. Why would you when you have Jacob Earl? What a catch by the senior. He goes 75 yards to the Linton 2-yard line. And a couple of plays later, it's Cody Wright, the North Vermilion QB, with a tough 7-yard TD run. NV cuts their deficit in half at 28-14. Falcons would score 14 unanswered points to end the half. Jacob Earl from 8 yards out, and all of a sudden, North Vermilion is back to within a score. We went to the half with Linton up 28-20. This game was living up to the hype. Midway through the third quarter, Pierce Jackson with one of his patented TD runs this season. The Linton senior is so fun to watch. Miners up 35-20. No quit in North Vermilion. QB Cody Wright with one of the best plays of this game. Somehow he breaks multiple tackles, gets to the outside, and is gone. 61 yards for the score. North Vermilion would not go away. They trailed 35-27 going to the fourth quarter. Linton facing 4th and 4 at the NV10. It's that Tyler Muir kid again. His 5th touchdown of the game gives Linton a 42-27 advantage. The final quarter, all Linton. They outscored North Vermilion 21-0 in the 4th. Mitch Eberhardt, the final score of the game from 23 yards out. Linton wins 56-27. The curse is over. It took 9 tries, but the Miners finally win their first semi-state championship. Linton will play in their very first football state title game next week. Sports 10's Megan McEwen joins me now live from Linton with more on the Miners' historic win.
Historic's the right way to describe it, Rick. Absolutely electrifying atmosphere here tonight as Linton wins their very first semi-state championship, and perhaps no one more excited than the Linton upperclassmen.
Here at Linton, junior Tyler Muir, 5 touchdowns in tonight's game, I believe. What's it like to win this one?
It feels amazing. I can't even explain the feeling to be the first team ever from Linton Stockton to go. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
It feels amazing being the first team out of non to ever do this. There's no other feeling like it. We've been dreaming this since we were in 2nd grade, and we finally accomplished it. It feels amazing.
There's no feeling it feels like. I don't know. It's the best thing that's happened to me in the world. It's the best. You know, they're a great team and a great team to play with. They have the best sportsmanship that we've ever seen, you know. And, you know, I'm sure it's tough. We was there last year, and, you know, it feels great to get the win over them, though.
What are you going to have to do in order to win the state title next week?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be tough, but, I mean, nothing's impossible, you know. We play a perfect game. We can beat them.
Now with this win, Linton going to the state championship game at Lucas Oil Stadium next Friday, and they are going to face Lafayette Catholic Central.
Yes, it'll be a very interesting game coming up. We're going to take a quick break, but you're going to hear from Linton head coach Brian Oliver. He's the first coach ever to take the Miners to the football state championship game. We'll be right back.